came to a stop. The guy got out of his car and pointed a gun at the other driver. You can't really see it right there, but there you go.
Taylor was seated.
Easy is this. A motorist zips down a Florida highway while shooting through his windshield. Shards of glass fly as his passenger freaks out.
Watch as the passenger door on a gray sedan opens before the car has come to a complete stop. A person jumps out with a weapon, allegedly firing rounds at a white pickup truck.
The video starts with Eric Popper, a civilian fire inspector, looking relaxed and singing. Next, police say the 30-year-old cuts off another car.
Oh my God.
You can hear the other driver honking his horn. Popper glares at the rearview mirror. He says the other driver is tailgating and making obscene hand gestures. Moments later, Popper opens his center console and carefully removes a handgun. When the other vehicle pulls up, Popper opens fire. Cops say he fired 11 times. If you look closely, you can see the other driver apparently throwing a water bottle at the car. Popper says he thought he was being fired upon and was acting in self-defense.
Get the away! Threatening my kids?
Police, then paramedics, put their life-saving skills to the test on a 21-year-old man who it appears was shot behind the wheel. Officers got the call after 4 this morning. Then they found the driver with wounds in his neck and upper body inside his bullet-ridden car on Loop 410 near Nacogdoches Road. Looks like the bullets were fired by someone in another car.
This picture of a driver pointing a gun out of his window in broad daylight.
I have that screenshot, like it's permanently stuck in my head. It's not every day you see somebody with their gun hanging up the window.
Jerry actually witnessed the road rage incident Saturday afternoon around 4 as shots were fired here on Beltway 8 near Wood Forest Boulevard.
Hey, somebody's shooting back here.
Turns out it was Jerry's friend Tyler driving the white BMW who was being shot at, they say, by the man in the SUV pulling a trailer.
Very scary. Surreal.
And Jerry's dash camera caught it all.
Yo, stop. Slow down, let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Tyler was following Jerry, moving slowly up the 2-lane Ship Channel Bridge, and shortly after reaching the other side, where the freeway opens to 3 lanes, is when they say another driver set his sights on Tyler.
There was no incident that said, hey, this is the reason why. We were all bumper to bumper. We're doing 30 miles an hour.
And then next thing I know, it's boom, boom, boom. And then I'm like, yo, dude, this dude's shooting a gun right now.
The subject was arrested for unlawful carrying of a weapon. And during his arrest, he was shown a photograph, a still photo of a man hanging a pistol out of that vehicle. And he identified himself as the person hanging that pistol out of that vehicle.
Without so much as a license plate, Harris County Precinct 3 Constable's office put a host of officers on the shooting, and within a day, they arrested Irvin Alexis Guevara.
There's always been road rage incidents reported, but recently we've seen more guns involved in these incidents.
Because violent road rage is on the rise in the Houston area, every local law enforcement agency recently teamed up.
The Houston Police Department, the Texas Department of Public Safety, all 8 constables, the Harris County Sheriff's Office, to combat road rage.
It definitely may come with blessings. Life is not guaranteed.
Chief Kirk Bonzel has this message for anyone feeling themselves becoming frustrated on the road.
Take a deep breath, and it's not worth the trouble that's coming your way with the criminal justice system.
All right, so honking your horn, it's a leading contributor into road rage incidents. A national survey found that the number of road rage shootings have actually doubled.
Just this week, a 22-year-old was shot in the head in what his family is calling a road rage shooting. The Night Team's Patty Santos talked to a roadway safety expert on the basic road etiquette that could help keep your family safe.
Slowing down, he was yielding to this erratic driver.
Lisa Amaro says her godson Joseph Banales was fatally shot in the head Saturday in Selma while on I-35 near the Forum. In 2022, someone was shot and injured or killed in a road rage incident on average every 16 hours in the United States. A study by Everytown Research and Policy showed road rage issues doubled since 2018. No state was immune to road rage shootings, but states that don't require a carry permit, like Texas, had nearly tripled the rate of incidents.
I don't think road rage discriminates. Unfortunately, we're seeing it happen in every demographic area.
Lieutenant Jason Reyes with the Department of Public Safety says all drivers have a responsibility to keep their cool and protect those inside the vehicle. Courtesy goes a long way.
I think one of the main triggers that we're seeing is an individual honking a horn, so use that sparingly.
Also, avoid making eye contact with an aggressive driver or making obscene gestures.
Allow a driver to gain access, allow him to pass, let him enter the highway. That 3 or 4 seconds, that's nothing. But again, it can avoid conflict.
A honk from a car horn. It's what San Antonio police say angered a 22-year-old man who was driving, triggering him to pull out a gun and shoot at another vehicle. As it turns out, that driver had a 6-month-old in the car with the infant's mother. SAPD says the 22-year-old man is now in custody after the road rage shooting that injured the 6-month-old child on the city's northwest side late Sunday night. Officers were called to the 7600 block of Tezel Road around 9 last night, not far from Mainland Drive and Gilboa Road. Police say 2 cars were at a red light at Braun and Tezel Road when the alleged shooter ran a red light. SAPD says that's when another 22-year-old male driver honked his horn at the driver who ran the red light. A report confirms the honking set off the driver of the vehicle, who had the woman and 6-month-old as passengers. Police say the driver began to aggressively chase the man who honked at him, which eventually led to the aggressor shooting at the other vehicle. This all happened while the infant was in the car with its mother and not in a car seat. Eventually, the driver pulled over at a store and let them out. As the man who pulled the trigger followed the other car and continued to fire more shots at the victim. Eventually, the woman and child met police at a gas station on Tezel Road. The child was taken to University Hospital after being hit by a piece of shrapnel during the incident. Police believe the baby will be okay. The suspect was found by police nearby and taken into custody. The alleged shooter is facing charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and endangering a child.